Welcome. Returning and new subscribers, I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Alba La Pantera. Welcome. We're going to get right into it. Got a pre-shuffle for you all here. The seventh house came out in reverse, so I'm picking this up as obviously what's on the other side of the seventh house is the first house, ruled by Mars, Aries energy. We know that we got Mars in Cancer, right? So, a new moon in Taurus is going to be very significant, or May 19th. And this could be referring to a Scorpio energy or the eighth house. The eighth house, there could be some intensity in your life going on right now, as the eighth house would speak of transformational area of your life that is about shared resources and intense emotions. And we actually do have this card at the bottom of the deck here. So I just went a moment. I just literally had a moment where I totally just let this go. Had a moment where you just let something go. Okay. So now we're looking at the next few days. I would say April 3rd. Okay. Anything that you're feeling stuck about, come April 3rd, you're going to be in a position where something changes abruptly. All right. So, especially if this is not in alignment with your soul and life purpose, because your soul purpose has to do with the energy, and the life purpose is the actions that you take based on that energy of your soul purpose. Okay. So we do have the star card as the tarot message that just came out with these messages here, as I was again doing the pre-shuffle for you all. And yes, I am doing energy updates, as you can see in the pin. You also see the details as far as what the energy update consists of in the description box below. So yeah, Pluto in Aquarius, we already know the vibes. So Pluto has to do with power, transformation, your sexuality. It's a magnetic energy, for real, for real. Very intense, masterful in its ways. So, as we know, or if you're new to astrology, yes, Scorpio is a water sign, because you never know. Some people are just getting to know what's what, you know what I mean? But that could be significant too for some of you, to be patient with certain people that are now getting to know that they're not just their sun sign. If anything, they may be reflecting more when it comes to about themselves, when it comes to their moon sign and their rising sign or their Mercury sign. So let's look at what this all means for the collective right now. Okay. Listen, there's so many messages that come through before I hit this live button. And it's evident that once I hit this live button, it's about certain things that I can say to y'all, and others I got to just not say it. But depending on the energy that comes into the live, I noticed that whatever I was really picking up on so strongly, that literally dissipates once I hit that live button. Depending on who comes in here, it comes right back. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, Scorpio significant. That's Sierra playing outside somebody's car. That could be specific too, where somebody was bumping to Sierra in a car, and here you are. So let's get into the message. But first, let me 444. 44 has been the number of the day. 44 is the number of the day. It is certainly the number of the day. Okay. So we know that to have to do with, first and foremost, the fourth dimension is the bridge in between the third and the fifth dimension, which in itself is something to be mindful of, as it can also come across as a very strong vibration of being in the in between, where a decision has to be made as far as dimensions in this human experience that we are all having. Spiritual warriors feel some type of way about that. That we're all having, that in itself, that fourth dimension could be where you have to decide with this high vibration that you carry if you want to keep getting lower and lower to help those around you. But this helping has to do with the moment where you actually now are able to decide if this is a smart thing for you to do, or not, or but in matters of, is this something that you can help this person with as far as their karmic lesson or not? Because in helping them, you're also picking up on that vibration. So things are going to shift in your life based on what it is that you're doing for them too. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, my loves. So let's see here. First and foremost, Mama Universe and Papa Universe, you know who it is. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, protectors, warriors, ascended masters that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me, as me, for you and I collective, to use our mind's eye to see. I connect my heart and soul to my heart and soul, always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So, 44 also does connect to the spiritual realm. So the numbers that are connected to it, if there's another number, because I definitely saw 144 today, 1344, and 1444, and 1551. That's a 6 and a 6 right there. 5 and an 8. May 8th. This is after that full moon eclipse. So before I pull another card, here's what Mars in Cancer is all about. Okay. We know Mars to be the action taker, the warrior, the energy of war. But specifically speaking, action. Now, in the sign of Cancer, the action that is taken or being taken by the collective has to do with what it is that you're sensing or feeling. This is why yesterday I was telling you all, go in the direction where you feel the love. While Mars is in Cancer, this is a time, let's say you have, you plan to do something, let's say like move. That's the perfect example. Let's say you have this goal to move. While Mars is in Cancer, this gives you the opportunity to just go with what you feel and trust your instinct, trust your intuition. You may not have the actual salary or this, that, or whatever that they require, but with Mars in Cancer, go with what you feel. But if you are perceiving this as an energy as to like, oh, you have to get this, that, or whatever in order, you're going to create a different reality that your instincts is guiding you towards. The reality that you're going to create is going to go against your instinct or your intuition and what you feel. So the action right now, Mars doesn't really know what to do when it comes to water at all. It's just like, but with Saturn and Pisces, it wants to really embrace this element of water. So you're just swimming in you're swimming in the waters of your intuition at this point, the waters of your instinct. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what the message is. I know I'm hyped today. It's a vibe. It's such a vibe. Such a vibe. Shout out to those of you that are here. Don't forget to like the video, which means you wash your hands. Liking the video on my channel is washing your hands when you enter your home, taking your shoes off at the door, saging yourself. Okay? That's what this is. Obviously, it does help to get the message out there. But over here, primarily speaking, you wash your hands, you take your shoes off at the door, and you sage yourself. All right. Let's respect the house now. So let's see. Let's see. Ooh. I'm staring over this way because my incense is burning over here, and the smoke is just so intriguing. Obviously, it has its language. If you talk to the smoke, it'll talk back. Don't let your past hold you back. Don't let the past hold you back. Adjustments are required. What is going on over here? What is this? Because like I said, your initial message and your pre-shuffle definitely has to do with the transformational areas of your life. So some of you may have either Mars or Saturn in the 8th house, or Pluto going through your 8th house. And Pluto, that's Pluto's house right there. So it's going to have a ball with causing you to make these changes based on what you know when it comes to hidden knowledge or hidden mysteries. It's going to be that's a dope time for you, though, honestly. Now it could definitely mean, physical death, because that's also death, but I feel more so this has to do with some of you like tapping into information that allows you to get to the root of everything that has been going on for generations after generation after generations. Like some of you have certain conditions at this moment that actually reflects the wounding or the generational cursing of your bloodline. That when you get to the bottom of it, you start to feel these vibrations just leave you, through your extremities and things like that. Like some of you may be having these type of headaches that's releasing energy from the crown. Again, not your doctor. Just look up on those chakras. Look up about them chakras. Look up the information about the chakras. Look it up. Each chakra is connected to a meridian of the body. You know what I'm saying? So don't let the past hold you back. Prosperity lies ahead. It was just 13:13 on the timer. Honestly, I feel like getting into the tarot spread right now. So we're going to do that immediately, apparently. Because y'all in here tapping into things that most people in your family, just your immediate family, might be afraid of. 544. 544. I'm telling you that 44. Oh, this gonna be something. Y'all ready? Type in the chat. You ready? Say I'm ready. Let me see. A Benjamite, a warrior of David, the tribe of Benjamin, 9th house, Sagittarius. What's goody? What is beyond good? What is great, y'all? What is great? That has to do with trouble too. Where you going? Where you going? I don't know. Now I'm being nosy. The acknowledgement that God, Spirit, is the source of understanding and of all true help. That's what 44 is. A man of Manasseh. That's Cuba. El cubano lo dijo. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Toma ahí, toma ahí. There you go. There you go. The end to a tough cycle approaches. That approach is literally next week, y'all. Like for real. I'm not even going front. It's literally next week. Like anything that really, like you'll hear that often. What doesn't serve you, let it go. No, you're gonna be letting that shit go by next week. I promise you. If you don't and you hold on to it, that's up to you. You got free will. We know this already. Let's go. Alana said, let's go. She in here telling you. Alana be on the vibes. So we got Mars in Cancer, Venus in Taurus, and then we're going to have Mercury in Taurus on the 3rd. Now, that specifically is the Five of Pentacles. And we know how that Five of Pentacles translates in tarot. It's feeling left out in the cold. It's like we're not doing that shit anymore. We're not doing. Source said we're not doing that anymore. Okay. So, till then. Mercury is in Aries. So there's a lot of energy in the sign of Aries, which speaks of initiation. So starting anew. Starting anew. Let's see what this is. Up. Well, it's got personal for some of you here, huh? A personal issue, though, is going to reach a resolution. It's going to reach a resolution. You just can't let the past hold you back because prosperity lies ahead, not behind you. So let's go into the tarot spread. I'm going to pick these cards up because we're gonna transmute this energy. That's what we're gonna do here. So the more interactive you are throughout the chat, the more we can transmute. Other than that, now this is a story all about how my life got twisted upside down, and I like to take a minute, just sit right back. That's how I felt just now. Oh wow, okay. 9 of Wands could be significant. Moon in Sagittarius. Emotions connected to memories about higher knowledge. This could have to do with school for some of you. Emotions connected to memories about school, people you met in school. It's time to complete that cycle because there's something about that you're still thinking about. And just that thought process is having you lose the gist of your power here. Let's see. All right, here we go. Washing my hands, reaching the dirt. Shit. Okay. There we go. What's the current situation of the collective? Oh, snap. Ooh. The High Priestess, and it came out sideways. Got Pisces, Virgo energy here. Cancer too. Feminine energy. Whatever's the obstacle of this card is obviously indicating the obstacle of the High Priestess or the challenge right now when it comes to you receiving a revelation. This revelation allows you to unlock the God consciousness within you. And when I say unlock the God consciousness within you, is taking action from that space, going with what you feel. Okay. So this could even have to do with the maternal instinct, which is it's the vibe of a mother seeing, knock on wood, seeing a child or someone she cares about under a car and having the strength to lift that fucking car off that body. This is what I'm talking about here. Not that scenario, but that type of strength and fully connecting to it. And fully connecting to it for some of you would have something to do with what's blocking you is this urge that you may have to tell people, I told you so. I get it. Trust me, I get it. That you want to sit here and tell people, I told you so. If a Mars in Aries is telling you to let that part of you go, you better let it go. Because it's going to come with great consequence if you don't. Okay, so You may think that saying that to someone rather than letting your actions speak, you may think that you're going to be in your power by saying that. No, they're actually taking your power with you saying, I told you so. Show them love that they've never received, because the reason why they may have treated you the way they've treated you along the lines of your experience is because they have never fully loved themselves or to even know what that is. Now that will allow you to move forward, especially when it comes to you making a decision based on how you feel. But if you're carrying that energy of something around you where you want to get back at somebody, if you're on this channel, you got tarot cards, you do this or that and the third when it comes to your spiritual journey, and you're moving that way, just know you're calling in the biggest consequence that you know you could have easily avoided by just being in the space of gratitude. And here we go again with this left eye twitching. This shit don't be happening throughout the day. Since yesterday, something about this left eye, and that's Pisces energy. Because there's a lot that you're about to discover that has been hidden from you, or you hid from yourself. Some of you hid certain things from yourself so deep that now it's coming up. Because if you don't bring this up and it's not shown to you and you don't see it and acknowledge it for what it is, you're not moving forward. You're going to be repeating that cycle. Okay? That's not what we want over here. So let's get to the bottom of this shit here. Let's get to the bottom of this. Okay? So look at that. Hangman, right here, Pisces. Okay? Let's see. Let's see. Fill your fantasy with the life you want. Not, I get it. You go through shit. People hurt you. Hurt people. That is true. But don't be that same hurt person that hurts someone subliminally. For what? And if you got someone around you, then this is obviously a conversation about that person that you have to disconnect from. Because competition is the greatest thief of all joy. What's crossing this energy here? Riot, celebration. Trust what you know based on what you feel, not what someone else is telling you. That's Mercury in Cancer right there, 3 of Cups. Trust what you're feeling about a situation, not what someone else tells you. Because you're going to get the answer from what someone else, from what your own intuition is telling you about this here. Okay? Knight of Pentacles. It's a long time coming. You have to build endurance for this type of answer to come through, because it's time to let it go. Pluto in Aquarius, with the North Node and South Node still being in Taurus and Scorpio. Oh, listen here. If it's not in harmony and it's not creating more beauty in your life, it is gone. You can chase it if you want to, but that's a different type of chase. When we speaking of the age of Aquarius with Pluto in Aquarius, that's a whole different type of vibe you in right now. Okay? It's more mental, in connection to the heart space also, because Aquarius is the brain and the heart. It's both. So through the age of Pisces, it was more so about the water element, the feeling, the heart chakra, the sacral. With Aquarius, we're speaking of the crown. Heaven is in your crown. Heaven on earth is based on what you got going on in your dome. You want freedom? Clear that shit up. Clear it 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 up. Here we go. Clear it up. Everything that you may have is what anybody's telling you, what people in your family don't agree with about what you're doing, man. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. And move on with grace. Because whatever this is that they're holding on to that also doesn't serve them, it would take for you to disconnect so that way they can see this. And you determine later on, if there is a reunion, a reconciliation with the 3 of Cups, That could be a challenge here where you're thinking, okay, once I make this move, am I going to reconcile? Just do everything from love. Because most cases when you are going through that type of mode of deciding if you're going to allow people back into your life, there love is not there. Love, when I say love is not there, is coming from, if you love where you're at, you love yourself, none of this shit is going to penetrate you. It's all energy, because it's very easy for you to go back and forth between, the love that you have for yourself and it not being shown back to you from someone outside of you. Obviously, if you get to that point, again, this is something you're going to have to disconnect from. And maybe with that action, they decide to shift. But that's not all, that's not up to you to decide. Just go on about your life. I don't know who I'm talking to at this point, but this is the message. It was just 5:55. 2606. Focus on your soul mission. Focus on the energy right now. Focus on the energy. If you feel drained, if you feel like, step away. Don't become so logical about the energy. You just know from an initial state, this doesn't feel like it's going to allow me to evolve and move forward. Let me disconnect. That's it. Some of you get confused by the mask, who the person is, the relation, the time invested, all this other stuff. Strip all of that away. You'll get to your answer. You'll get to your answer. I promise you, you'll get to your answer. What's the Three of Cups? What's the Three of Cups? There's a seventh house coming out in reverse like that. Yeah, that's definitely this high priestess with the Three of Cups crossing her like that. And she also came out sideways. So it's there's a challenge to a revelation. And the challenge is a reconciliation. The obstacle is who you could possibly be reconciling with. But this could also show you a part of the shadow self that you have yet to integrate also. We got the Four of Cups. This Four of Cups don't want to stop today. But then again, these are the Cancerian cards. 2, 3, 4 of Cups belong to Cancer. So there's that. Yep, you got to trust what you feel. Knight of Coins again. So this is going into interest versus commitment. Interest versus commitment. Six of Coins, Moon, Venus, Taurus. Some of you are ignoring what you feel, where you're not content about this energy and it's blocking your Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time for you to move forward. It's time to move forward from this. Like I said, come next week. That's happening. That is happening. Let me see here. Hold on. Well, I feel like cooking. Somebody's either cooking or this is something that really brings you a lot of joy. Cooking brings you a lot of joy. Moon energy. You may be a Cancerian or a moon in Cancer. Let me see. Okay. If you have to overthink reconciling with someone, that's a no. That's a no. Because in that moment, you're actually giving yourself the reasons as to where it could be possible for them to change, but you can't control that change within them. All right, we're good. Let's go to the basis of this. Let's go to the basis of this here energy. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. What's at the basis of this? Ooh, Chariot. Mars in Cancer. Yeah, Mars in Cancer ain't playing right now. It's like it got the hang of it. So if Mars energy can get the hang of being in Cancer right now, and I feel it has more so to do with Saturn being in Pisces, it's like going for a swim in the ocean. But it has the strength to withstand the tidal waves. This is whoa, okay. Two of Cups. Having the strength to withstand the tidal waves. Going with the ebb and flow, not forcing something. And here you are. The smoke was like, yeah, that's it right there. Because it came over this way. What's the Chariot? The Six of Coins. Moon in Taurus, Venus in Taurus. Three of Wands, Sun in Aries. This is putting energy into action. The basis of this is putting energy into action. Welcome, Fatima. Putting energy into action. Not going against, not being your own op. Going against what you feel and not trusting your gut instinct or what your intuition is telling you is you being an opposition or an op to yourself. You ain't even got to worry about anybody outside of you. I'm talking about Taurus. Oh, that's a lot of cards, but let's see. We got the Hermit, the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Hierophant. Shit. So this King of Cups, Scorpio energy, really had to look back at their journey, what they've overcome as far as getting the keys to this gate. This could be an actual divine feminine, and you have the counterpart of the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups, she exudes this energy of mystery, being very reflective, possibly quiet. And then we have the Hermit here. So, ooh-wee. Some of you are going to have to put that work in here when it comes to your perception and your relation with the external. Because you're on the path here of a divine counterpart, very highly spiritual counterpart. Because this is showing up like yesterday too, because at the basis of the reading from yesterday, y'all got the Two of Cups and the Lover's card. And here you have a matching pair, matching element. But this could also be symbolic of the truth of what it is that you want to create based on your instincts or your gut here in matters of love with the partner, taking this to a higher level of commitment, but in alignment with your spiritual path. This is also something that you're seeing in your dream state. Whatever this is that you have to work on is showing up in your dream state. It may show up as a nightmare, Wheel of Fortune, because the divine is stepping in. The Magician, is time for you to manifest this. So because it's time for you to manifest the greatest version of your life, this could also be, not also be, but this is going to be why all of these other things are going to be disconnected from you. If you hold on to these things that no longer serve you, you're not going to receive this gift. It's always going to be on hold. Whether if it's in this lifetime or the next one or the one after that. It feels like Saturn is like, all right, let me see what you're really about. Do you really care about those that come here, come there, come here, come there and here after you? Do you really care about those that come after you? Are you really true about breaking these generational curses? Because I'm gonna keep it a stack. Some of you over here, you've been had the revelation, but you're still reconciling with what has been revealed to you that you have to disconnect from. And it's more than likely the one thing that's at the forefront of your mind. You're looking for a possibility. All things are possible when it comes to you. All things are possible for other people too, but they have to see that within themselves. Okay. So let's move on here. What's in the immediate past? Yesterday, you got the Ace of Cups. Here you got the Two of Cups with the Nine of Wands showing up on the other side. Yeah. Keep going in and out of a situation here. Some of you are more than likely in partnerships, the way this is coming up, of people who reflect what you've experienced that you are also disconnecting from. Ace of Cups and Justice. There go the Ace of Cups right here in the Justice card. 3811. That's the Queen of Cups number. 38 and 11. What's in the immediate past? You have very strong intuitive abilities here, whoever you are. Very strong intuitive abilities. You got to be wiser with your ability, though. You got the Strength card that came out sideways. A lack of confidence, which then leads into a lack of courage. We got the Four of Wands showing up here at the bottom of the deck. What's at the top? The Three of Wands. Wow. Okay. What's at the heart of it? Eight of Cups. Literally, the next step for you to build this 1111, this divine partnership, this higher vibration of a reality, is walking away from those things that no longer serve you. Some of you have to actually walk back to this. You had to walk back to whatever it was that developed the persona that you've had up to this point. Because there could be residue or remnants of what it is that you've closed out, cycles that you've closed out that are appearing now, because this is how sacred the next version of your life is. Okay. Let's see here. Look at that. Is that the Judgment card? Sure is. Right here with the Tower. And then the Sun card and the Empress. Ooh, wee. If you're single, that won't be for long. And wherever you're going, it contains plenty Very wealthy energy here. What's this that fell on the floor? 2 cards fell. They are the 10 of Cups and the 2 of That's just confirming where some of you are at. Just like I said. Source is about to show you, because I just heard, don't believe me, just watch. Source is about to show you what you have to disconnect from. Johnny, next week. Ain't no way around it. Something has to transform when it comes to some of you and your culture too. It's not even a word, cluistic, but it's like you don't even have you're not going to get a clue for this change, because if you do get a clue, you may come up with reasons as to why it's not that. And you can create that. So it's going to come in abruptly. What's the strength card here in the immediate past, sideways? The 10 of Cups. This feels like deception, because it came out as we were shuffling in reverse. And the fact that it came up upright in the immediate past with the strength card coming out sideways like that, there was something about a lack of confidence or lack of courage that put you in these situations so you can grow out of it. And there goes the High Priestess that came out first, that was also sideways. Trusting your gut. Some of you, your soul waited for this particular moment, this particular age, to come back in and close out these cycles, because it is something that was as far as the emotional, physical, spiritual wounding, it was very deep, almost hidden. 12th house energy. So some of you, this may have something to, not may have something. This is connected to wherever you have 12th house placements or Pisces energy. Okay. So let's see here. You'll know more like how this relates to you personally off your natal chart, wherever you have Pisces and the 12th house. Then we got the Lovers and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is about accepting people who go in and out of your life and constantly hurt you, but just being okay with it. Through thick and thin, that type of energy. The same way these vows are when it comes to people getting married, through sickness. And it's like certain, like these vows that they make towards each other, people still fuck each other over. But because they're under this contract, they keep going. Like that shit you don't have to keep going with somebody that continuously hurts you. You don't have to do that. You choose to, though. But this is why you're here in this lifetime, to clear all of that out. You don't even have to be married. This could be something that you've seen all your life with people around you that you love dearly. And this is where we go to the conversation about the chosen one, 4407. 407 is a Messiah number, and that's a honk outside, 614. 10 of Swords. It's time to cut all that shit out. All the betrayal, all the deception, all the mind games. That shit is done for. It's done. Shit is done. It's done. And this is why I'm telling y'all, for some of you who feel like you need to, 4433, who need to step away from certain people or situations, this left eye is going off right now. Do what you got to do. People will come around, but it depends on the actions you take. I get it. You're going to want to help other people to get, to get to where you're at, but them getting to where you're at, if they choose to, depends on the steps that you take. Depends on the actions that you take. Give me 1 second. All right. Yep. So it's sun in my dream state just now from the night. Was that the crown of this message for the collective? Let's shift this, y'all. Let's shift it. Come on with it. Let's shift this. Whew. So go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale for 4. Hold it for 4. Exhale for a 4 count. Do 4 of them or as many as you want. Minimum 4. Here we go. What's crowning your message at this time, collective? The Page of Pentacles. I love to see that with all this other stuff that's going on here, but also as above, so below. Because what's happening below is a challenge that you have with either reconciling with yourself or with certain people around you, but it's going to become clear to you. And it has to do with you being able to move forward. What you can reconcile with is where you can move forward. There isn't any confusion. It is what it is. Everybody knows what they came here to do, and we're moving forward. Page of Wands. Yes. This is this is a soul purpose. This is life purpose right here. Back to back. What's at the top of the spread? There go that dream state card for me, Venus and Scorpio, but this is also the energy of core values that are in matters of love. They're very deep. The energy with Venus and Scorpio is that it has access to everything that could be going on in your life. Everything. That if you're not prepared for the truth, don't go to a Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, don't go to a Scorpio and get some advice then. If you don't want to know, if you don't want to get to the bottom of it, North Node in Scorpio too, South Node in Scorpio, don't go to them. Because they're going to tell you exactly what it is, all of this. So that when you move forward, you can now be excited about life because you know. You know the depths of what could have possibly been hidden. And if even this is also for you, if you're someone with a Pluto dominant chart or a Scorpio signature, this is also about you. Like you gotta get to the bottom of the reality of your life. That when someone comes to you, what they may not appreciate and you feel like they should appreciate about you is the fact that you could get to the bottom of shit. But they're not prepared for that. You're about that transformation day in and day out. This is also the Taurus energy that's what they're developing. So that way they can fully step into the wisdom of their body. Because they're the polar opposite of that Scorpio energy too. You feel me? So King of Coins. There you go. That's Taurus for your ass. From the page to the king. You've been hidden all this time. Let me grab my cards because y'all know I got that card that says source hides you until you connect to yourself like the great that you are. But you have to go through these lessons. That's why these people and situations were placed in your life so you can see who you are and get that lesson the fuck over with so you can enjoy your life. So you can enjoy your life. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. Guardian angel. Some of you, there's a guardian angel that's speaking to you right now through the message and how passionate this shit is right now. Sit here and play if you want to. That look. You're either this is your first year of realizing this, or you're in this. This has been either 1 year since this realization, or once you fully realized it, you're in the first year of it. That which has wounded you, Chiron energy, also has the great potential to heal you. So some of you have literally taken the lid of all of that shit that has a very deep, that's connected to the deepest wounds. That's also part of you teaching somebody. See, I talk to those who are here to really express and show their gifts to the collective. That's what I'm here for. Because most of y'all don't got anybody to talk to. If you have a partner, shit, you have them to talk to, but it's an energy where you would want to have a collective or a soul group of people to talk to about the shit that you're doing without feeling like you about to get, mishandled or cheated for what you're doing and somebody uses your shit. So here's one thing I will say, personally speaking. I used to be overprotective in this manner of telling people, make sure you be your authentic self and not utilize my way of doing something as your way of doing it. Because the way I do what the fuck I do comes with the journey. My journey is not greater or lesser than anybody else's, but it's fit to my mind, my body, my spirit, and my soul. So anybody that steps outside of that when it comes to themselves, that's your ass when it comes to you and source. Sooner than later. This is why studying your chart, it also helps you to bring it down a few notches. You know what I'm saying? Because with the Saturn, Moon, and Mars dominant in my chart, most cases, I really don't look at people in their eye too much because I can see everything. I don't want to see that shit. But I can also feel where the love is coming from. If I'm not here on a live, I am to myself. And if I connect with you, just know that we may have a similar background in terms of our high vibration, but there's a few. And I'm going to say there's a few because people don't know themselves yet. And still in this space of competition. Once you get your ass out of that space of competition, you'll see the difference. I promise you're going to see the fucking difference. You going to see the difference. But just like this card says at the bottom of the deck, ancestors are speaking, it had to unfold this way. You had to meet me. You had to come to this channel for a reason. There are no fucking coincidences. 54:45 on the clock. That's 99. When you get into this physical space of mind, and I'm not seeing this as anybody above or lower than me, I am who the fuck I am, and you are who you are. And I'm gonna respect you for that. But if you being somebody else, you're gonna feel my energy before you hear it. You would rather hear it though. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's continue. Because I'm not that type of person where you want to sit here and act like you know this, that, or whatever. You know it, you know it. But when you're doing too much, trust me, you may not even be conscious of it because it's deep within your subconscious mind where it's connected to competition. Before this YouTube stuff, I was an athlete. That was the game, competition. But I did a sport that really had to do with you competing with yourself or being your greatest self, where you have to run your race. It's an individual sport. Crazy enough. Not crazy. But to most people, it's crazy that their punishment when it comes to any other sport, they ass gotta run. That's what we do for a fucking living half the time. Not half the time, the whole time. So I digress. Let's get back into our message. I need to move this over. My crystals are in here. It had to unfold this way for you to connect to higher love, a sense of freedom. That first eye, not the third, it's your first. That shit bigger than your whole body. Just saying. And it had to unfold this way so you can break these toxic patterns. You have to be shown these toxic patterns to be liberated from them. Seriously, don't do it. Don't do it. Like I just don't. Like it don't even gotta just be me. It's just other people that that people could be intrigued by and want to do the same. Do you like learn from them? Yes, learn. Because what you're connecting to outside of you, it has something to do with you also, but you have your own authentic version as to the way you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I've had people in my life that learned that shit the hard way. They got the warning about more than enough times than what I would usually give. I'm going to tell you something right now. Most of y'all over here, so either people around you don't treat people like you a certain way, or some of you have to learn that lesson. That's it. This is what I'm saying about that I told you so. That shit ain't going to do no, it ain't doing what you think it's going to do. Have the conversation with yourself. We're spot on. Look at that. Anubis right up under that. And then the Most High. You think this shit is a game? Ancient Kemet. Wake up. Your soul is rising with the frequency of the planet. Through the suppression of limiting beliefs, through whatever it is that is limiting what you know and connecting you to what you truly know, to connect to your true beliefs, through the suppression of limiting beliefs, one exercises the strength of attachment. That ain't going to do you that. That ain't going to get you what you want. That's why I say love is not attachment. That's my biggest thing. Love is not attachment. That's why the world's so fucked up now. Then we got divine masculine, king to an emperor. Divine masculine, this is an energy within the feminine or the masculine. But if we're speaking of the emperor, and if we're speaking as a collective, this has to do with your heart first and foremost, but this could also be a male figure. Are you handling deeply rooted issues and solving them by asking yourselves, are these seeds bearing fruit? And depending on where you live, you can already see within your environment that a lot of the trees aren't bearing fruit. So forgive them, for they know not what they do. Something about this full moon in Libra that's coming up. Whatever's in the past will forever be in the past. It will not be a situation that has to be relived. If you choose to relive the past based on someone's history and not connected to your mystery, the water and the emotions and the sacral chakra within you, you already know the vibes. We got 133 and 1033. Divine guidance surrounds you now. And this is what I'm saying about 606. Focus on the mission. There you go, the card. Focus on the mission, not how. That belongs to source. Let source do what it do for you. 5955. Let source do what it do. I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. 7 of coins. Let me turn this upright. That's another Taurus card. Saturn in Taurus. So Saturn is testing you as far as what you're going to do when it comes to your personal core values, not what you were taught. Because at the forefront of your mind collective is this new start based on these core values, your own core values. Just don't get sidetracked. This could also have to do with trines in your chart the day of, especially if it has to do with your personal planets and what you do, because the personals will be from Sun to Mars. And then you have Jupiter to Pluto that has to do with the collective. So if you have any trines in your chart, this would speak of a moment that is very harmonious, but it could also put you in this state of laziness. Okay, so let's just be mindful of that. So let's see here. What's happening next? So the 5 of Wands there at the bottom of the deck. Just stay focused on what you got to do with love. If it ain't that, disconnect. You know what I mean? Just don't get lazy with your grand trine. I have one too. Water. It's lit. And for years, I would disregard what I would feel until I did. Ooh, baby, them colors started showing. Oh, yeah. Page of Wands comes out for what's next. Ashe. Look at that. Wow. Wow. There's something here that's coming up next, beloved, to get excited about, because we transmuting this shit out of this other energy that could literally make you confused about this greatness that's coming in. It's not that it's coming in, it's here already. It's here. Because some of you could be in the last 2 weeks of within 10 weeks. The last few weeks within 10 weeks, because this is a card of 10 weeks. Your heart been jumping out your chest. That's love, baby. That's love. That's love. You clearing out. Clear it out. 6:33 right now. Clear it out. I know most of y'all in here got a lot of love. Y'all got so much love. But y'all tend to get mishandled by people around you. Me, as a protector, now obviously not everybody in here is going to connect to me. Some people are actually subscribed and shouldn't even be subscribed, because you got the right one. I ain't going to say you got the wrong. You got the right one to teach your ass that cause and effect. I'm not here to play. I'm not the fuck here to play at all. I'm not here to play. Mm-mm. I got a lot of love and a strong warrior. I don't got no in between. Mm-mm. I'm going to clarify that. Let me see what's your advice, though. This thing here is story time and collective energy. Greetings, Loretta. I can feel the changes. We elevating for sure. Ashe, yes. The advice is release self-sabotaging thoughts and get excited for what's coming in here for your life. Four of Swords. It's time for you to integrate the lessons that you've learned when it came to one-on-one partnerships and what no longer serves you, especially what has to do with your past. It's time for you to let it go. Some of you need to do a cut cord ceremony. But my thing is, any ceremony you do outside yourself, you have to be that energy within you too. You got to be that within you. If you want whatever it is that whatever ritual you're doing to work, you have to feel that vibration within yourself first. Because if not, you're just doing a ritual for no reason. Honestly, for no fucking reason. That's why that's why that mind is a very powerful thing. You got the subconscious, you got the conscious mind, and the superconscious mind. Listen, what's the Page of Wands here? Clarify the Page of Wands. This came out in reverse. Yeah, release the sorrow, pains, and regrets as it should. The source is speaking to y'all. What's the eight of Swords here with the advice? What's the connection? It's time to release all that other shit. Walk away from it. 5 of Cups, 3 of Cups. That's the 8 of Cups. Saturn and Pisces. What's the 8 of Swords? self-sabotaging thoughts. This is like reconciling with people that an energy that this is just energy that has been revealed to you that you need to cut yourself away from. That's why the Three of Cups here is your challenge. Mercury and Cancer. Okay. This could have to do with people on your mother's side. Or the mother side of your father. That was significant because for some of you, that's hidden. That shit is hidden. The mother side of your father. Ten of Wands. And then you have the Magician and the Five of Swords. Yeah. So there could be some conversations that have already happened or will be happening where you're being asked to focus on what you have been carrying, holding space for, and no longer have to hold space for it. Queen of Swords, it's time for you to cut that shit out because there's a lot that you've experienced on your own that when you ask people for support to help you out of situations, they looked at you like, well, you're not going through this, you're not going through that, you shouldn't be feeling like this, you shouldn't be, man, fuck all that. You've done what you have to do on your own. This is my Mars in Aries because I just finished telling y'all not to get this way. But, okay. So, some of it, okay. So it's like that turning the other cheek shit. It doesn't mean to let people slap the shit out of you. That's not what the fuck. No. Get out of this mental slavery way of being or doing things. So when it comes to these type of people that you've been holding space for, let them go. And take your time when it comes to how you feel in connection to source. When source lets you or gives you a sign that says, okay, now you can step back into this. If source don't give you a sign, which means you have to really sit there in meditation to get these answers. Because these answers that I'm telling you about, you're going to get them through meditation. Because it's your life. This is a general collective message. But I can tell you this, whatever it is that you're not clear about, meditation is going to give you the answers. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to when you do step out of that meditation, you look outside the window, you see a license plate. Look up that angel number. Look up the gematria of that number. See what's on that list and see what pops out to you. And if you are somebody who has cards, use them shits for that moment. So you can see what it is that you have to disconnect from and what you can reconnect with. Other than that, you're just going to be complicating your life if you're not simplifying it. You got the intel, you got the messages that are coming in from your environment all day, every day. And everything that is happening in your environment is something you manifested. Everything that's going on in your environment, you manifested down to the synchronicities, because that's the most subtle form of communication. Tell me. So believe people from this day forward, the first time they show you who the fuck they are, believe it the first time. The very first time, believe people because you know they're only going to show you what you know. Sister, hey, what up, intuitive flow? Shout out to my sister, and you know the vibes. What's poppin', baby? And that wasn't, let me see, that was it. Okay. Oh, yeah, had me going. It keeps the people going. Let's see how you're being viewed. Not that you want to put too much attention into this, though, but this is how you're being viewed. Just saying. Not that you... I mean... Tell you something right now, y'all. If you over here, y'all all on party mode. I don't care what you got going in your life up to this point right now. It's over. Focus on the great life. That's where the fuck we going. What's in the environment here? Telling you. The wheel of fortune. The divine is stepping. What's in the environment and how you're being viewed? You're being viewed by the cosmos right now, man. Fuck humans at this point, respectfully. 1, 2, 3. 6, 4, 2. That's why I tell people I ain't come out here to play with nobody. Not like that. Not in that energy where people want to play with people, manipulate people in the most low vibrational negative way. You gonna learn the day for life. The wheel of fortune. Some people could see you as someone who's about to gain great fortune, which is also why some of you got to be mindful of who it is that you're reconciling with, because they were the same ones that was kicking your ass the fuck down, keeping you in self-sabotaging thoughts this whole time. Those people, you give them a chance, that's on you. You better make sure that they're showing a developed version of themselves where they actually sit there and this is the scenario of taking somebody back of that nature, where you're being rewarded for what you have done. And this person actually comes up right after you to say from their own mouths that they are the one that kicked you while you were the fuck down. Because they had a part to play in your success. They had a part to play. They had a part to play. Oh, I got a Mars and Aries, honey. I'm all about that action. Believe me and know that. But welcome, fearless lady Ashe. So if they can't sit here and be honest about what they put you through, why are you reconnecting with this energy? You know this. It's not even waiting for. It's not even about seeking that closure. It may come across as that, but this is more about what you're capable of doing. See, if I know I cross somebody in a certain way, I'm gonna let you know about it. But before, see the way I operate, before I get to that point, I'm gonna leave you the fuck alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. Because I know that game. I play that game I play the game of war very well. Everybody's not built like that. I'd rather love the fuck out of you though. But if that makes you insecure, you calling the troops at that point. 7 of Pentacles once again, which came out with the Page of Pentacles, was crowning your reading. Sagittarius. Saturn is testing you. Are you really going to go by your personal core values? And even I myself have been tested when it came to my own personal core values, being spiritual, being a person of unconditional love. I'm a warrior of unconditional love. I don't see anything else. Anything else that is not unconditional love, you're going to see that Jupiter and Taurus at 29 degrees. You're going to see that bull. You're going to see that bull. You're going to feel the fuck out that bull too. I promise you that. Through my words. Because Taurus is a throat chakra. I'm telling you. You want to know more about yourself? Get your personal reading. Get a full personal reading with me, and we'll look at your chart. I don't know. It's Sandra. Oh, shit. Hi. Yo, y'all. Everybody give a welcome to my fearless lady, Sandra. Okay? Because she's actually the first person before any reader came up on my YouTube feed that reminded me of this energy. I don't know if y'all think, I know you remember my Gemini right there. That's that polar opposite energy. Come on with it. Okay? Listen. I didn't know that was you, mama. Hi. I know you was. I was like, wait, is she watching? I was like, wait a minute. I was like, you had to be watching, but I didn't think you was in the chat. Welcome, my love. Yes, come on, listen. My Haitian goddess right there. Don't play. Don't play. Further advice here for the collective. I'm gonna come back to what's in the environment over here right quick. Hold on. Look at this. Further advice. Step into your spiritual gifts here. Taurus is very potent right now. Look, it's gonna help you set them boundaries. It's gonna help you set those boundaries here. Let me see what's the outcome. Because you got a lot of major arcanas. You got major arcanas as the current situation, which is like the heart space. Then you got the root chakra with the chariot in the immediate past. So this is like Archangel Uriel's energy on the left side with the strength card. And then you got to the furthest of the right, you have the wheel of fortune. And then going upward, you got the Hierophant. So when it comes to the macro levels of the universe and what you're doing next, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to avoid this. You're going to be in a state of excitement because the universe has you in a space where you have to become this innocent child, creative and innocent. Okay? And just let everything go from the past, because where you're going next, anything that you're holding on to, 11818, anything that you're holding on to from the past, especially with this energy y'all got coming through here, nah. You want to talk about breaking generational curses? Well, let's set them boundaries. That's 17 right there. That's the star energy. I ain't got my Glocks, man. You feel me? That's 17. What's the outcome? Love shouldn't make you insecure. Nah, that whole thing about tough love, that shit ain't real. That ain't no such thing as love is not tough. Love is not tough. Who the fuck made that shit up? If you still want to rock with this tough love bullshit, then go ahead and do that. But you better know what you're saying. Pisces is I believed, or I believe, which can also sound like an opinion, especially if you don't know, because Aquarius is right before that. But when we're speaking of the ages, it's going in that reverse direction. So everything does happen in the fuck reverse too. So it's like we literally left the age of war before it went into Pisces. The age of Pisces was supposed to be, this is why you have so many of these ascended masters or Christ energy or Buddha or this, that, or whatever. Let people get you 120. That's when my goddess transitioned. Grandma. The reincarnation. Me, the reincarnation of her. But yeah. Because that Virgo woman right there did not play. She did not play. Un segundo. Greetings, Vida. I saw you did your workout. Or are you getting in right now? Vida be on it. Vida been on it for like 70 days straight. live cooking? Who's cooking? Y'all, who in here cooking? Who is cooking? Because I still got this vibe of cooking. And what you making? Word, J Money. Tell a ass again, J Money. I kid you not. Put that comment there again. I promise you. Send all our asses. Who cooking in here? That is what you mean. What you meant about that's manipulation before? I forgot. I don't listen. Y'all had me going. Send me a plate. I cannot. Look at this one. It's her. It's her. It's intuitive flow. It's her. She's making sun dinner before I go. Listen, you know what? Tough loving. Oh yeah, that's a fact. Tough loving. That's straight up manipulation. Straight up manipulation. And y'all got people who you love dearly. You know what they would use when you're disconnecting from them? They'll tell you this, and we spoke about this shit before. But what if I drop dead and all this other stuff? Let me tell you something. When you on this spiritual journey, you tend to go through a journey in your life within that whole shit where you actually see people go through that state where you've actually overcome it already. So for them to tell you that, it's like, don't tell me that. Don't do it. I'm gonna be fine, because they don't want to hear that. So that's another thing. People tell you things to manipulate you and what you do and what to get you to do what they want you to do. So that way you can feel bad about what you're about to do next, man. Fuck all that. Let me tell you something. If you're going to sit here and say, but what if I do this? And what if this happens? Tell them this. Okay. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Half of these people that are telling you that got the Bible. And if you somebody with tarot cards, they call you a demon. As soon as they tell you, but what if life and death are the power of the tongue? Simple as that. Oh, you shouldn't say this or you shouldn't say that. Well, you shouldn't have said what the fuck you just said, but you said it, right? So what now? This ain't no tit for tat. It's just call me a whole demon. But life and death are in the power of the tongue. Look how you speak it. Make this shit make sense. Oh, I get it. Common sense is not so common. I get it. Now that makes sense. Let's see what the outcome is. Let me. I feel like majority of the collective are in this space of, you got to see these people in that position before they ask you that question, because that's what hurts you the most. You may not have known that because in the past that could easily be the reason why you do reconnect with certain people, because you feel like we only got this lifetime. But if we only really got this lifetime, then what are you really doing with it? Why are you bringing love into the situation? Why are you manipulating people? For what? Told you. I'm not the one you want to play with. We can play. I would love to play this game, but I'm not the one you want to play with. Because I'm going to play fair. I'm going to hear you out, and I'm going to respond accordingly. Don't let nobody manipulate y'all like that at all. That ain't no, that ain't it. Because obviously they got some deep emotional wounds that they got to handle. You better get into that astrology and get familiar with your Chiron, so you will be sitting here talking that shit out your mouth. And then when you get told about what you're saying, you're not going to be sitting here looking like you're stupid or something. Listen. This here is the energy of Mercury in Sag, Mars in Aries, and Venus in Scorpio. If you have those placements, welcome. Any of those, okay? Any of those, or wherever you have those energies in your chart and personal energies, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, wherever you have that Sag, Scorpio, Aries. See, you can add Virgo and Pisces to that too, but that's a whole nother entity. I ain't gonna ain't gonna hold you. It's shit's different. It's different out there. It's different out there. It's different out there. And I got a whole moon in Virgo. It's different out there. What's the outcome? Because we're going to clarify some more of this here. What's the outcome? The portal of unconditional love, winning, purifying thyself. It ain't no more about fighting them wars that have been over. That shit done and over with. Yeah, Page of Cups right here. You got a lot of beginning stages here. That's gonna go from a page to a whole new beginning. Like, some of you do need to start all over. Clear everything the fuck out. Let all that shit go from the back. Let it go. Let it go, 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 go. Playing with my body. Hey, yo. He said I got a Sag and Mercury first house. Shame. My shit in the fifth. That's why the Pantera comes out. Now you get it. Now y'all know where Pantera comes from. My Sun and Mercury in the fifth house. I don't play that shit. I hear what my soul speak. I used to block it out a lot. So much. And coming from where I come from, that's why I never got into altercations like when I was younger, because I knew my power. I feel like some of you in here got a smaller body frame for a reason. For a reason. People underestimate that. I ain't that small. I'm 5'7". All right, I got that height to me. Don't play. What's this Wheel of Fortune? Let me see. What's this energy here, the Wheel of Fortune? What's the Wheel of Fortune? I'm getting hungry. The Wheel of Fortune is judgment. They don't want to climb that tree. Nope. You going to answer the call from the universe? Because what's in the environment is the universe. This ain't even anything in the physical realm right now. But it's definitely something you're going to be excited about when you do. That's also the energy that's happening between now and next week, where things are being rejected. And you'll see next week, like, yo, I'm glad that didn't pull through because this is happening. That's literally what's going on right here. And then the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. That's it. That's twice. Yeah, the self-sabotaging darts. The self-sabotaging thoughts card fell off the table as we're pulling these two energies. That's how strong this is. So whatever's being rejected, you're about to get why. You're about to have a clear understanding as to why. Ashe. Have a great video. Look at that. The Chariot, which is also at the bottom of the deck. Told y'all, follow them synchronicities, baby. Follow them synchronicities. Source is working with you right now. Some of you have been asking how. The how is occurring in your life right now. Just trust what's being revealed to you, because remember, the high priestess came out first, sideways. So there's a challenge here. For some of you, this challenge is there are people that you have disconnected from that could be coming back around only to distract where you're going next. But that's some people are coming back that you have to be open to. It depends on where you're at in your life, babe. Okay. What's the Hierophant? The truth is showing itself. Oh shit, the Seven of Swords. Your spirituality is showing you all of this deception. King of Swords with the Hierophant and the Seven of Swords, which is also Aquarius energy. So there's a lot of truth that is coming to you as to why you connected to certain social groups before this moment, before this evolution. And it has something to do with the root of the problem. When you sit in meditation, you can see the root of this problem. And this is why either people are disconnecting from you or you are abruptly disconnecting from people. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. It's been a long journey, all right. Yep. Having to make a decision here with the Lovers. This could be about a specific lover or a specific type of person that you are attracted to, and why. What's the Ace of Cups? What's the Ace of Cups? Although we know Ace of Cups is unconditional love, supreme unconditional love. But furthermore, what's the clarification here for the outcome of for the collective? What's the Ace of Cups? That's also Cancerian energy. So Cancer season could be significant. 622 to 627. We have the Six of Pentacles, which was actually clarifying the Three of Cups here as your challenge. Wow. And then we got the Page of Cups. So I'm getting that now you're ready for your deepest desires. Now you're ready to receive your deepest desires. The World, because you completed a cycle at the top of the deck. That's what's at the top here. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. And we said that there could be certain things that you're not letting go of that's going to block you from the Ace of Pentacles. But here comes the Ace of Pentacles right up under this World card. What is covering this? What is protecting this new beginning in your physical realm is a completion of a cycle. But this is also Saturn, right? So we got Saturn in Pisces, right? And Saturn is really getting you to a space where you're trusting in your own fantasy based on your core values, because Pisces is exalted in Venus. All right, so let's see here. 10 of Swords, close out these cycles. 10 of Swords. Under the Page of Cups, you got the 5 of Pentacles, which speaks of Mercury and Taurus. And Mercury is going into Taurus come next week. So there goes that. And then the 5 of Swords coming up again. That's another 5. That's what's changing here. And it's leading you right into the 10 of Cups. So something's going to make you very uncomfortable only to get you to the 10 of Cups. Let it make you uncomfortable, because some of you have to see that. Some of you have to feel that vibration so you can instantly connect to where you're supposed to go. Energy, Mars and Cancer. You got to go towards what you feel. Action is going to be the action that you take while Mars is in Cancer till May is all about what you feel. So taking action based on what you feel. If you ignore the true and depths of your feelings, that's on you. I'll be here with another message, and I might feel like you may feel like I'm coming for your ass. And if you feel that way, then that's more than likely true. But I'm doing it with love, because you need to get the fuck up on out of there. Okay? You need to. But other than that, beloved, do we have anybody for personals? No, we don't. I am hopping off of here. I love y'all. I am still open for personal readings, personal training. Just email me. Personal training is fitness training, because I've had certain people contact me about personal training thinking it was spiritual, but stay tuned, because we're going to work on that. That sounds like we're going to work on that. Okay, we're going to do some spiritual training too. I'm with it. I love y'all. Have an amazing evening. I may do some messages, 707, baby. I may do some messages here throughout the night. Obviously, keep on your notification bell. Let me know what's good. No, it's better than that. Let me know what's great. Okay? I love you.